always a good time to have these guys on the show. It's time for Top That Trade with Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network contributor, and Alan Uckman, an options trading guru. Here we go, guys. Round number one in our trader game, zero in. So a lot of people are talking about the Fed taking interest rates to zero. What will this do for the stock market?
We've been told that zero is what someone wants. I think they're going to get zero rates eventually. There's a 30% chance that by December, the Fed target rate could be zero.
You know, the one thing, what's happened recently with the big coronavirus fear sell-off in the stock market, Fed's aggressive action.
Does that help stocks, though?
It does, absolutely. In fact, this reminds me of the financial crisis in 2008.
But that was an actual financial crisis. I don't know why zero interest rates would help out the stock market. Money's already cheap.
Well, we had the same argument about quantitative easing, and you're like, how's that going to help the stock market?
Psychologically.
It did.
Psychologically.
It created a floor for commodities. It increased value. And I'll tell you this, when interest rates are low, asset values go up. They just generally do.
So there will be ways to make money no matter what happens in the marketplace. So whatever goes down, something else goes up. That's important. But I think mortgage rates down at all-time forever lows, that's a big win for the consumer, obviously. And look at some of the maybe real estate stocks, a Zillow or Redfin, something like that.
And you should be looking at refinancing your mortgage. Why haven't you made that phone call?
Round number two, silver lining. The silver ETF seems to be stuck in a rut, at least for now. So is it better to go for gold?
Well, I think when you look at silver, it still has a little bit of a base where it is
industrial.
Industrial, correct. And I think what happens is when you have this fear trade coming back in, people were buying gold because they were worried about the coronavirus, silver lagged. But don't let that, fool you for too long, because ultimately
potential.
Right, exactly. The silver will play catch up many times. Sometimes gold leads, sometimes silver leads.
One thing I want to point out: this is the 30th anniversary of the development of ETFs, exchange traded funds. So the SLV is why I picked that as opposed to silver itself. It's a different way to trade, and it's obviously a little bit more convenient for some people in their stock accounts. But they trade in between 15 and 18. That target's 21 on the upside. Silver's been trading between 15 and 20 for the last 6 years.
Yeah, but if you get an ETF, you can't show a shiny thing to your neighbor and say, "Look at this! I got a silver coin."
Yeah, and so there's still more upside. So the silver-gold ratio has changed dramatically. Eventually, there should be a snapback. Who knows when? I think there's some value in silver. It's underappreciated.
We think so too. And silver, of course, if we're going to go to electric vehicles, believe it or not, they use some silver in that. Not a lot, but that could also get the market going again too.
This is a great one for round number three. News on the move. As pro traders, how do you deal with all this breaking news coming into the market?
I'm a technical guy. I'm a price guy. I'm the believer that the price is a reflection of the news that everybody knows. But what's important is not to be reactionary to something that you read or see on the news. Have a plan. That's the key. Have a plan no matter what. You know where you're going to want to get in, where you want to get out if it goes for you or against you, so you're not reacting.
A perfect example was the 50 basis point rate cut from the Fed. Generally, that would make stocks go up, it would make gold go up, and initially it did. It didn't. The market went back down a little bit. They took it as a negative, even though ultimately I think it's a positive. Sometimes the market knows the news before you see the headline.
On to your bonus round question for today. St. Patrick's Day is coming up, so we're going to talk about the luck of the Irish. For your bonus round question for today, we're going to feature St. Patrick's Day, and it is ticker time. Can you name the phony ticker? Is it gold, luck, or rainbow?
Well, what's rainbow? How do you spell rainbow?
No, it's spelled like rainbow.
I think we got to go with the fake rainbow.
The rainbow's not.
Why are there so many stocks?
Because there's too many letters. You can't have a stock that
you can't have
a stock that has that many letters.
That's right.
The answer is rainbow. I just made that one up, but it's so pretty.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Boom.
Business First AM continues right after this. You guys are always great. Thank you. For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.